Alright everyone, welcome back to Spyro the Dragon. This time, we're going to a level that, well, these are the levels that divide people in the Spyro fandom and just in video games in general. These are the levels that a lot of people don't like. This is Sunny Flight. This is the one that a lot of people probably like the best out of all the ones in the game, just because it's the first one, it's probably the easiest, but that being said, there's no guarantees I'm going to beat this in one try. As you can see, there's a timer in the upper right-hand corner, and Spyro has infinite flight, and essentially there are all of these things all around this map that you have to fly to and flame, and you've got to get every single thing before the time runs out. Now, these types of levels exist in Spyro 2 and 3 as well. In those games, they are known as speedways. Of course, in this game, they are known as flights. And I'm gonna do my best. There have been times where I thought that I was pretty good at these types of levels, and well, turns out I wasn't. We got some. So these guys are like pilots here in planes. It's never really said why these guys are doing this. Okay, hopefully I didn't miss any of those arches. I already got the barrel train guys. The reason that these levels divide people in the simplest terms is just that they're difficult, and they're not the platforming that people like about Spyro. And you know what? I don't immediately have too much to say to that where I'm like, okay, you know what, you're wrong, because I don't like parts in games that are super difficult either. I've put down games entirely because of parts that I was like, you know what, it's not worth it to get stressed out over this difficult level. And there we go. Okay, I did it. Now, is that going to happen in every flight level? Definitely not. I think that I've just done this one enough times where I kind of know what to do. But anyway, I'm not going to try again. And I'm going to head back home. And I know that I said I was going to do one level per episode. But you know what? What are we at here? 2.5 minutes? That is not long enough for an episode, I don't think. So I'm going to head over to Toasty. And we're going to do what is the shortest level in all of Spyro. Here he is, Toasty. As I said, this is an interesting, unique entrance to a level, and the boss's name is Toasty, so here we go. Now, this is not... Oh my goodness, do you guys see what's happening there? It's like almost every time I jump into one of these portals, I go into an invisible wall. But anyway, in Spyro 2 and 3, if you're familiar with those, you know that the boss levels are... They're not really a level at all. It's a fight. It's a fight against the boss, and that's it. And in Spyro 1, there are actual levels that you have to go through to face the boss. So, what enemies do we have here? We have the shepherds again from Stone Hill, and this time they have these dogs with them. And these dogs are a lot of people, if you remember Spyro 1 back in the day, these are some of the enemies that you probably had trouble with, because these guys take 2 hits to kill them, and they jump on you very fast. But if you know what to do, they're actually not that hard. Literally walk up to them, flame, and they're dead. So just don't hesitate and you'll be okay. Again, I don't want to keep bringing up Spyro Reignited Trilogy when this isn't that game, but this is one of the levels that they showed in the first trailer for Spyro Reignited Trilogy, and it just blew everybody away. It's not a bad-looking level by any means, though, from this original game. The inside here actually is impressive. This honestly looks like it could be an environment from Spyro 2 or 3, easily. And the music for this level is very good as well. I'm probably going to say that a lot, and this is something else you probably remember. There is... Oh, I got him, okay. There is a dog that's very difficult, and I get hit by this guy. But yeah, let me just say really quick, Stuart Copeland, drummer for the Police, but composer of the music in Spyro 1, 2, 3, and I don't completely know his involvement in Enter the Dragonfly, but he was definitely involved. And, you know, he composed some of the music. There was some other, might have been a couple other composers involved. Not entirely sure. Here's Nevin.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
Bring him on. I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. This boss has many tricks up his sleeve.
So Nevin, by the way, one of my favorite Reignited Trilogy designs. He was the first one, trivia, the first one shown of all of the Reignited Dragons in the E3 or Summer Game Fest preview of Spyro Reignited Trilogy. He was actually the only one shown because they showed the level Toasty and that was it. But by the way, this is the boss. That sheep up there on the stilts who was just dressed as a jack-o'-lantern, he's the boss. His name is Toasty. And I'm going through this very fast because it's kind of impossible to go through this slowly. And I'm getting kind of clobbered here. But this guy will actually attack you. He will swing his... See if I can get... Yep, there he is. He'll swing his legs at you. But there we go. Pretty easy, and there's the treasure. And let's see here. Did I finish it in one go? I did. Okay. So yeah, again, pretty simple, very, very quick level. And that is going to do it for the entire Artisan's Home. I've always liked Artisans. It just kind of makes you feel like this is the home. This is the dragon's home. Once we get to the other home worlds, it starts to feel a little bit like, okay, these are not as safe. These are a little bit scary, a little bit creepy. But anyway, let me just take a look here and make sure, yep, everything is there. So we've got everything, and we're going to head to the next homeworld, as I said. And here's the balloonist again. This is Marco, who I always thought looked a little bit like a crab, but that's okay. We're going to go to the Peacekeeper's home. So here we go. All just by the name Peacekeepers, it sounds slightly dangerous, definitely more dangerous than Artisans. And here we go. So this is going to be a music track that I think is going to be pretty iconic again. Now the water here actually looks a little bit more like water, I think. It definitely looks not safe, but more like water, less like goo. And this is the first dragon, but I'm gonna leave it here because in the next episode we'll be taking on the entire Peacekeeper's home. What is beyond this hallway? Well, tune in and find out. Hope you join me, and I'll see you later.